We're officially on Flip Watch as the Oklahoma Sooners are pushing to snatch up a wide receiver out of Odessa, Texas, that y'all should be excited about. Coach Emmett Jones is doing what he does best, going after some really elite wide receivers that will fit perfectly in what we're trying to do here at Oklahoma going into the SEC. I want to talk about Ivan Carreon, who is a wide receiver out of Odessa, Texas. 6'6", 195. We're going to dive into his measurables. We're going to dive into some tape. Talk about the chances of the Sooners snatching him from Texas Tech. But before we do that, I want to welcome you all here to Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. I am your host, Jay. Thank you all for pulling up here on the YouTube channel. If you've been here for a while and you've made it this far, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and the bell notification. We would love for you to join us here in this college football community where we talk a lot of OU football, college football in general. And so we're going to dive into Ivan, look at him as an athlete overall and why Coach Emmett Jones is going after him. So let's look at his measurables now. And when I say dive, we're going to dive into your personal information all over the interwebs. You know about that, right? Have you ever Googled yourself and were shocked to find that you were all over public listings? I know I have. And I've seen my address, I've seen my phone number, I've seen all kinds of stuff floating around the internet. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to robocallers, spammers, and all of that stuff. I get like 5 robocalls a day. I know you do too. That's why I'm excited to talk about one of our partners for today's video, which is Aura. Aura can identify data brokers, exposing your information on the internet, and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your information if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do. Let Aura handle it for you. You can try Aura out for free by using my link in the description below as well as here on the screen. Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family. It's really easy to set up and you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more. You get everything at one affordable price. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind, like recruiting. Or you can go to www.aura.com/unfair sports to start your 2-week trial today. The link is also in the description below. Ivan, 6'6", 195 pounds out of Odessa High School in Odessa, Texas. He is a commit at Texas Tech. And it appears that everybody is sensing he's going to flip. Consensus 4-star wide receiver, top 215-ish player in the country. It appears that 247 has him the highest at about 195 in the country. And so he can play. And he did an unofficial visit with Oklahoma back at the beginning of June. And then he showed up for Champion Barbecue Weekend, took a bunch of pictures. That doesn't always mean much, but it's a good picture of him and his girlfriend. So that probably means that he just enjoyed himself. And so because of that, we're just going to speculate. Everybody knows that girlfriends are undefeated. That's always the running joke. But outside of that, Ivan is something special. He does run track as well. He got 2 gold medals in hurdling back in April. And he is in the 110 meter as well as the 300 meter hurdles at the 6A track meet in Texas. And he did qualify for regionals. And so dude can play and he's a baseball player. So he plays baseball. Dude is a track athlete and he's out here killing it at wide receiver. And so as you watch the tape on him, not only is he just a big dude that can catch, he's got some motor on him. And so having a guy that's 6'6", that you can throw those, fade routes that some people like and others don't, and he can catch it. And then he's also got the strength and agility to throw somebody out the way to make a big play. It's going to do nothing but add to the greatness that Oklahoma is doing. We've got a lot of players that are over 6'3" at wide receiver, from Jalil Farouk to Nick Anderson to Jaden Gibson. I mean, we're growing in the size at wide receiver. And then, of course, adding track guys that can just outrun the defense is huge based upon what we're trying to do with this Jeff Lebby offense. And so I trust Emmett Jones, and he's done a fantastic job of recruiting in that area. And if I can recall correctly, he recruited Ivan to Texas Tech before he left and came to Oklahoma. And so because of that, he's a good chance that he's going to get him to follow him to the Sooners. And of course, I'm all over that. I'm sold on the idea of getting another giant at wide receiver. I love tall, fast wide receivers because it's so much more that you can do with them. But the good thing with him is he's strong, does very well in Texas football, throwing dudes off of him, making catches and scoring touchdowns. And so if the Sooners can snatch up Ivan and add him to that infinity gauntlet of wide receivers at 6'4" and above, buddy, the SEC might not be ready for what's going to happen with Jackson Arnold throwing to these guys. And so that is Ivan. I'm pretty stoked to see what he will look like long term, but I think the Sooners have got a really good chance of flipping him based upon everything that's going around in the rumor mill is that he really likes Emmett Jones. He enjoyed himself at the Champion Barbecue weekend with all the other athletes, and a lot of players have raved about their experience there. So if Oklahoma can make the magic happen and win that out, buddy, I'm going to be excited. So that's Ivan. I'm glad you checked him out. Hop in the comments, let your boy know. You like him? You think Oklahoma got a chance to flip him? You got to remember, once you get to this high-end recruiting area, takes a bit for some players to make their decision and finalize it because there's so many options, especially when the big schools are after them. So keep your eyes peeled on some commitment videos coming down the line from me, as I know a few of them that's supposed to be scheduled and will be hitting the waiver wire. If you are new to the channel, and actually if you made it this far, hit that like button as well as subscribe if you're new. We would love to have you part of this college football community. We're talking a lot of OU football. We're adding Tennessee and Colorado content as well as talking college football news in general. And so we'd love for you to join us here and party. YouTube says to watch one of these videos that I have in front of you. I curated it perfectly for you to understand what's going on here at the channel. And we'll talk very, very soon. Peace.